Indy Mogul.
What are you? That's what the woman asked me. Am I some sort of ghost? I still move. I still breathe. I'm still alive.
Will Eisner is a comic book legend, and his original series, The Spirit, was a popular staple in newspapers when it debuted in the 1940s. In fact, it's still being published. So in the 1990s, movie producer Michael Uslan secured the rights, promising Eisner he would remain faithful to his vision. However, flash forward to 2005, and the project still hadn't gotten off the ground. Eisner wasn't worried, though, because he knew that when it finally did get made, it would be his spirit up on the big screen. But then, Will Eisner died. At his very funeral service, Uslan approached another comic book legend, Frank Miller. Miller was a hot commodity as his own series, Sin City, had just hit theaters, which he co-directed with Robert Rodriguez. Miller agreed to not only write The Spirit, but direct as well, this being his opportunity to prove that Punk Rodriguez was just along for the ride. Now The Spirit is barely recognizable, literally. He's played by Gabriel Macht, whose last big role was Mandy Moore's love interest in Because I Said So. The reviews for Frank Miller's The Spirit have killed it all kinds of dead, but will audiences resurrect Denny Colt anyway? 2008 was truly the year of the comic book movie. From Iron Man to Wanted to The Dark Knight to The Spirit. Which movie did you enjoy the most, and which did the most for the genre as a whole? Write your answer down below, and I'll give you my answer when we get back.
So much of the process of blogging is taking pre-existing pieces of media, like linking to something and then adding your idea on top of it. So I think a lot of stuff that happens in new media sort of comes out of that hip-hop creative process.
VPC TV is brought to you by ASUS and Intel. You dream it, ASUS builds it, Intel inside.
I'm gonna have to go with the obvious and say The Dark Knight was my favorite comic book movie of 2008. However, with its poor showing with award nominations, I think it might actually hurt the genre a little bit because serious filmmakers won't be so keen to make comic book movies. Now let's find out if The Spirit makes things better or worse. The Spirit is getting horrible reviews.
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it is actually.
No, that movie was like almost as good as the Batman.
I liked it. I thought it was good because it was a takeoff on some of the old 1950s like detective movies.
It was interesting and different from other movies.
I thought it was corny. It was like all cartoon and then it was just boring.
Did you like the trailer?
Trailer had me hyped. Like I really wanted to go see it after I seen the trailer because it was kind of still had that the Sin City feel to it.
What do you think's better, this or Sin City?
I like this better.
Is this on par with 300 and Sin City?
Sin City, maybe 300.
You know, I'm a big comic book buff, so I love anything superhero related.
Have you ever read the original Spirit?
Actually, no.
Would you want to check it out after seeing this?
Oh, I am going to.
Before seeing the movie, I did like some research on it, and it's like kind of has that 1940s feel to it.
Very different.
Very different. I think what messed him up doing the movie was because he tried to make that into a Sin City world, and it wasn't even like that.
A lot of women in the movie. Who stood out?
I'm saying all of them stood out, but especially Sans-Serif. That.
Oh, Eva Mendes?
Eva Mendes, yeah.
What was her name? I think.
Eva Mendes, the main actress? Scarlett Johansson?
Her.
Of course, Eva Mendes. I mean, you know, no doubt about that.
Eva Mendes, Scarlett Johansson, they were all hot.
It was Scarlett Johansson.
Eva Mendes.
Oh!
Scarlett Johansson.
Is it worth seeing in theaters? Is it a rental?
Nah, I'll get it on bootleg at your nearest corner.
Do you recommend this to your friends?
No, not at all. I wanted to see Marley and Me.
If he makes a sequel, I am so there.
What would you give the movie on a 1 to 10?
I'd give it about a 7.
9.
3 or 4.
It's a 9.
9?
Out of 5.
It's no 300, but Frank Miller can still hold his head high with a 7. Hey, have you checked out our podcast yet? Head over to iTunes and search for Beyond the Trailer. And that way you can subscribe and get our episodes downloaded directly to your phone. I'm Grace Randolph, and I'll see you next week.